Hey guys, how's it going? It's Al. We're going to talk about another NFT project that I like a lot, a gamified version of a project. This started with the pills, BYOP. They have turned this into such a massive project. It is paired with all these other different projects as well. The pills is where it all started. And those pills were meant to be used as consumables for a lot of other games, including their own game and their own metaverse. It has evolved into this massive project with a lot of airdrops for people that hold it. Most of them are already given out. They have added a token to it called Tryp coin that's going to be there for staking for 6 months before the game gets here, as well as adding their own land, much like the sandbox, much like other projects as well. Wolf game that have their own land, and the lands have different benefits. We're going to go through all the different assets that there are in this bioverse and hopefully give you a little bit better understanding of it and what it means, because it has really taken off over the last month. I mean, talking about a project that was at a floor of like 0.06 Ethereum, and now the pills, the cheapest one is like 1.25. So massive takeoff for this project. Hopefully you were invested in it, or if you're just interested, I appreciate you being here. I'm going to try and detail everything they can and show you where you can get your own information about it as well. Thank you for being here. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notifications bell, leave me a reply down below, and let's go. Off the rip, we can take a look at a couple of sites that are going to give you good information on what this project and many other projects are. First one would be luckytrader.com. If you go over there, sign up for their newsletter, listen to their podcast. They have streams, stages on Twitter, everything else. You can see what I was talking about with the floor going from like when it kind of bottomed out here. It was at 0.06 at some point. Up to like recently 0.1 or 1.25. There's 10,000 pills. They were the first thing out there. As I said, they've partnered with multiple different projects: Decentraland, Chibi Warriors, Galaxy Fight Club, Wonder Quest, Lost Boy. They have also airdropped Apostles. They've airdropped land or Mint plus gas on land. They still have crafts coming. The site that kind of is their wiki, biodocs. Biodocs.com if you want to take a look at it and really walk through all of the different things in the ecosystem, what they cost, and they have some great hype videos as well. So like they've done a fantastic job of getting people excited about their project. So let's start at the beginning. Let's start with the pills, right? So the pills are the core to the bioverse and the project as a whole. Here's what they look like. They do have motion. If you look at them on OpenSea, every one of them has a different collection, a pill top, what is involved in the pill. You can see some of them have like a little lightning effect going on around them, different lighting going on around them. They have a different thing in the pill top, and that tells you what the rarity of the pill is and what effect it can have. So let's take a look at some of them, what they did, right? So like here's the entire project. Here's the activity currently on the project, 1.28 floor as of exactly at this second when I'm recording. It is January the 5th. At like 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. So like if you wanted to get a floor one right now, if that's what you wanted to do your own research before you buy any sort of NFTs. This is not financial advice. This is merely an overview of what the project is. So if we just click on a random one, I don't know whose this one is. We can come over here and look at properties. This one has Blue Thunder. You know, its aura is Blue Thunder. It has 4 different Tryp effects. It tells you what the bottom is, what the top is, how rare those things are. And these are the different levels and effects that it has in the game. Increases harmony, low level of nightmares, speeds up thoughts, and encountering a mystical being. So like it is what it is, right? Like you're taking a metaverse pill whenever you get this thing. So the pills were the start. They minted like in June or July. They were extremely cheap. You could have gotten one, and they meandered a long time, like looking at the activity on the project, right? So like if we come back here, click back on this, look at the activity over the last, let's say, year, right? The activity on the project was just like, there was not a lot of volume. There was a little peak here, little peak here. Usually that was around when things were going to airdrop or snapshots were going to be taken. They came out with the vapes. We'll get to those in just a minute. They came out with the apostles. That was around here. And what they do. So let's go through what they all do. The pills are the consumables, and they're the key to all the other airdrops. For you to get the vape, you had to hold a pill. For you to get an apostle, you had to hold a pill and a vape. For you to get the land, you had to hold a pill and a vape. They're consumables, bio encryption. It's you have to inhale your pill through a specific device. That's the vape. And future drops that require Tryp will require you to own a biopill. We'll get into the staking. We'll get into the tokenization of this a little bit later in the video. So they do have their own cryptocurrency. It will unlock. The next thing was the apostles. There are 4 tiers of the apostles. There is the goddess, and they're extremely rare. Like, what are there, 8 of them? Are there 8 apostles? If we come over here and we look for type, there's 11 goddesses. This is what they look like, and they earn the most in terms of coin. They reap the most in terms of when the game gets going and the land is producing, let's say fruit, the land is producing the product in the game for you to go out and do the play to earn part of the game. The goddesses will reap the most rewards on a daily basis. The ancients, which kind of look like the fat guy in what's the game? Apex? They look like the gas bag guy in Apex Legends. The Psychonauts, which look really, really cool. Apostles now have a floor of 5. Goodness gracious. Apostles with a floor of like 1 to 1.25 at the time of recording. They look really cool with the pill effects on their back. And then the most common is the Voyager with 3,400 of them in the project. These are the floor ones that you can get. The cheapest one right now, 0.875. Here are the ones that I hold. I've got a couple of these guys. My one basic guy. I think my basic guy looks kind of cool. These are my 2 Psychonauts, and then I got one fatty. I got one thick boy sitting right here to do the work once we get into the bioverse. If you wanted to discuss these projects a little bit more in depth, go check out the Smiz Gang HQ coin. Smizzle.tv/HQ. You can go to OpenSea, you type Smizgang HQ, and it will take you here. 0.05 Ethereum gets you access to a locked Discord. The description is here. 34% of all the proceeds from this will go to charity. 33% of the proceeds go to my mods, my editors, and everybody else. So 67% of the proceeds from this go directly either to charity or the people that help us do the work on this community. So if you wanted to join the community in our private Discord and discuss NFTs, on an everyday basis, things that are minting, what we like, projects that we're in, and have other people so it's not so isolating, come and join the Smiz Gang HQ. There's only 1,000 coins in circulation. So the apostles, coming back over here to the BioDocs page, I think I can make this a little bit bigger for you, just so you can see it a little bit better. This is your avatar once they come out with the bioverse. This is going to be your character to walk around in the land. They have a heads-up display, their head, body apparatus, all different colors and combinations, as you saw. Everyone looks a little bit different. If you go to biodocs.com, you can dig as deep into this project as you want, and every one of them has different staking ability, right? So let me make this a little bit smaller so it fits. Every one of these, before the game starts, is going to be a 6-month staking process to generate the TRYP coin. The goddesses obviously get the most. The goddesses will earn 530 Tryp per day. I forget if this is per day or per day. They're going to earn 530. The ancients earn way less, 34. That's the chubby dude. That's my thick guy. Psychonauts 13.5. Voyagers 10. You can accelerate this though by staking it with a second or third pill. So you'll earn a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And if you're one of the lucky 11 people that has a goddess, you will clearly earn the most, but there's only 11 of them. So the ancient is the way to get the most out of staking the characters. Psychonauts is where I know a lot of people are getting involved at the price that they are currently at. The vape is the next thing. These were dropped as well. It's basically the thing that you need to mint the new things. A lot of these are mint plus gas if you are a holder. So if you have if you have one vape and one pill, you can get a biocraft. That's the next thing, the one left thing that is left. So a snapshot was already taken on November the 19th. And if you had a pill and you had a vape, you can then claim one of the crafts, which is its own NFT as well, which will allow you to travel around the bioverse, right? To get around faster. You get like a little speeder. Some of the traits on the speeders are going to be based on what your specific apostle is. If you have an apostle to create with the thing, with the vape and the thing. So like pill plus that, there's going to be some that are meant to your guy. There's going to be some that are just randomized. All of them will have different traits and rarities as well. The last thing, we've talked about the vape, we've talked about the apostles and the different versions of them, the pills and their ability, the crafts, and now we have to talk about the land. This is a really cool video, so like I'll put this on
Bioverse, the most virgin of lands.
I love the voice
by Boris himself after years and years of exploration. The only soil in the metaverse worthy of the harvesting of the biopill ingredients. The only landscape worthy of mind-bending trips. And the only world worthy of storing Boris's treasures.
Boris.
For his humble apostles to find and bathe in their riches. Soon you will secure your forever land in the most beautiful bioverse. We will sow its ground, populate its civilization, and supply the rest of the metaverse with every consumable they will ever need.
Tell me this is not sick.
Welcome to the Bioverse.
It's thinking. Sega Genesis. So that's the land. That was their teaser video on the land. You're going to farm it, essentially. It's going to break down into 16 different zones. We're going to have to claim our different spots on the land. Currently, the floor on land is 0.8. There are different abundancies, as they spoke about. Some are going to be more dominant, abundant, frequent, and occasional. That is how much fruit they're going to deploy. The game is expected at least 6 months down the road. So they're saying that there's going to be a 6-month staking period. And as we talked about with that coin that they have, the staking on the coin is pretty simple at this point. Looking at dominant land, 135. And if you add a pill to it, it will multiply that by 1.35 on the amount of coin that you will get per day. Same with abundant. Base is 16. If you attach a pill to it, a little bit more. 6 for a frequent land, 4.5 for occasional. So the fact that there are only like 75 dominant land out there, and I think that they have a really ridiculous floor at this point on dominant land. There's 75 of them. The floor right now is 17.5, then 19, then over 20. So there's not many for sale. They're quite expensive. The cheaper land, obviously the occasional. If I click buy now, that has a floor of 0.8. That would probably be that plus the pill plus the other stuff would be your cheapest entry. But like this project has certainly gone up through the roof, but now you can kind of understand the price of them did start to correlate to the amount of coin generation that it was going to bring in. And taking a look at the entire project in terms of the coin generation over that 6-month staking period, Goddesses 530. Then you get more if you put a second pill on it, more if you put a third. You get this much for a dominant land. You get a little bit more if you put a pill on it. Total trip generation over the time would be that. Here's the entire breakdown for you as far as all of that goes. It's a very deep game, and the game hasn't even started yet. Everybody's still in the asset collection phase. All those different things, from the pills to the apostles, the vapes, the land, And eventually, once it gets here, the biocrafts are going to be the basis for playing the game. And the collection of all of them has really gone up. So I appreciate you watching this video. Hopefully you were invested from mint. If not, hopefully you got in when it was near the floor or going up, because the price to get in has definitely gone to the moon. So thank you guys for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, look out for another one right there.
He's a legend.